Morning, 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 everybody. Please tap the screen, guys, so that we reach at least 20K before the show starts. So, morning, everybody. Hope y'all can see me properly, because yeah.
What's up?
Good job.
I'm fine, and uh, I'm really excited about today. But hey, anyway, good morning, everybody. So, how you doing, man?
Okay.
Are you
Okay.
good? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can, and you are clear. Don't worry, because I remember you, like you were worried about you being clear. You are very clear. Don't worry.
How are you doing, time? Somebody was giving me grief about my outfit this morning, guys. Please date people that don't give you grief.
Do not worry about that. Good morning, guys. My name is Leroy. This is Mimi right there, Moyo Screens, and you are tuned in to Makoya Rundown. We are listening to Ask a Man, and for those who are new here, good morning. So today we have a special show for you, 11, guys. So please stay here. I don't believe though. Mara, just to be clear, we are not affiliated with Metro. We are just a group of friends who enjoy listening to the show. So like please don't report us to like as in like breaking kind of just so
Look at this.
but anyway, so yeah, we're gonna be listening to Ask a Man now, soon. Then by 11:30, we have a special guest today. So since it's World Kidney Month, we have a person who's
What are
been
you drinking, Mimi?
yeah.
I'm drinking coffee, fam.
Hey, I'm drinking coffee today, bro.
Yo,
I'm like yo.
I'm drinking coffee.
Mm.
I take the screen, guys, or I'm gonna close the
Oh,
comments.
oh yeah. Actually, like just remember to keep liking the screen there, like, and stay tuned for 11:30, guys. Please, Maru. They're about to start, I think. So like, they are just doing the advert thing, and now.
Okay, let me mute my mic.
Yeah, but hey, let's remember to keep tapping the screen, guys, and let's reach Boma 15K, Boma 20K, like before that. And please, send gifts, guys. Please, come on, man. I'm like, we are good people, you know. But anyway, let's start here. So just keep tapping the screen there. You want to just find out how your love life is going. Maybe this person makes you feel unpretty, unworthy. You feel devalued every single time. Maybe you just don't feel comfortable with this person anymore. And you just don't know how to. Oh, Flip. Thank you, Sister Silly Boyti. Oh, man. Guys, like you see, guys, Nelona, ne? Bona. What's the gang? Kule blasa kale nyalo lona one day. Bona. Kulenyadisa one day. But then, hey, man, are they about to start now? All right. Segment discuss content that is of adult nature. The views and opinions expressed are not can you all hear? Of participating contributors and listeners, and do not reflect that of the official policy or position of Metro FM. Good morning to you and yours. Bring on Anonymous. She's ready to go. The team is here. The naked DJ, Somizi, and of course to you, Anonymous. Good morning. Hi, Anonymous.
Morning, Sis Koto.
There we go.
Hello, can you hear me?
Loud and clear, Anonymous. Can you hear us this side?
Yes, I can hear you, but it keeps cutting, but I can hear you.
Yeah, it's a bit delayed, right?
Hello?
Anonymous?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. While I read the house
Sis Koto?
rules, do you mind moving around for me? I'm going to read the house rules for you. Move around for me, and hopefully we'll get better network where you can hear us. But the respect is a foundation of our conversation. Maintain respectful language. Refrain from any swearing or use of... What happened? No, it's fine. It's like I pressed something wrong here quickly. Let me get back. Man, come on. Okay. Should be back now.
science or the moon or something, but it is heavy. You struggle to sleep and you struggle to wake up.
True.
And when you sleep, I don't know when the last time I had a proper non-stop sleep. You toss, you turn, you open your eyes once, it's over. You know, so
And you're right, the energies are like everyone seems tired, everyone seems like time's the beginning. All right, we do have Anonymous on the line. Can we get to it, guys?
Man,
All
what
right,
the
let's
hell?
do it. Anonymous, good morning.
Good morning, sister.
Much better. Thank you so much, Anonymous. I think you know the house rules. All I need to hear from you is if you agree with the house rules I read previously. Are you okay with that? Are we good?
Yes, I agree.
All right, Mama, we're listening.
Okay. I have a partner who's been going out for 2 years. Okay, I have a few problems. There are 4 at his home. They don't have parents, and the sister is out of the house. He's the one taking care of the others, one left. And the sister that's coming after him is staying a bit far, saying she's working. Okay, he does not work. I'm working. And when we struggle during the months and stuff, when I need assistance, he will be telling me about the younger sister's child, saying that he needs 1, 2, and 3. Yes, they are his family. He should take care of them. But I don't think that they should be putting everything on his shoulders, because he's the only one taking care of the house, even the chores, because he doesn't work. He has to cook, he has to clean, he has to do everything. On my side, I don't mind supporting him, because I also have a child. And I don't put it on his shoulders that he should look after my child, or I'm looking after my child and my mom. But when he ends up saying this word that he has to, what do I expect? I know that he has to help them, but sometimes it's getting a bit too much for me, because we can stay without food in the house, because I stay alone. And my child stays with my mom. Again, this weekend, he was telling me that I'm expecting too much from him. When he has worked, he sometimes gets small jobs like cleaning someone's house and cutting the lawn and stuff. Am I wrong to say, please assist me there and there? Sometimes I don't have money in the house. He can come here and say, I'm hungry. I should make sure that he eats. When he gets here, he passes, he sleeps. But when I need communication flow between me and him, I think he throws me out. What should I do? What is it that I shouldn't say and that I should say? Am I wrong to expect something from him or him to assist me? Can you please help me there?
Anonymous, have you guys drawn up a budget?
Yes, we have.
And do you stick to it?
Yes, we do try and stick to it, but sometimes financially we're not stable, we can't.
Okay, so and then in the budget, do you guys have, you've obviously budgeted for his side of the family as well, because you said he's been assisting them, right? Does he go over what the budget is meant to be?
Yes, he goes way over, because I know that the younger sister's child is still in school. General, he was telling me about buying shoes for him. I don't mind that. There is something that is good an uncle should do for his niece. But that time, we don't have food in the house. He's at my house.
Do you ever
Can't we buy
suggest...
bread?
Yeah, okay.
Sorry?
No, do you ever suggest maybe an alternative to say, how much are the shoes? Let's look into these shoes. There's a cheaper option here. Maybe let's do that so that we can have stuff at home too. Because if you just say, I don't care about the shoes, I need bread, he might interpret it the wrong way.
I think he has interpreted it the wrong way, because I once said, isn't your sister working? Shouldn't she be bringing something for his child? Because she doesn't do anything. she can tell, like December, she told us she's gonna come and take the son and go buy clothes. She didn't come.
Okay. Anonymous, I'm going to hold you there. Let me get through the news headlines. We're going to come back to you. Please do not drop the line. It's 10:30. Headlines.
So okay, working guys, you know what? Like my apologies now, cause Metro FM here is like very online. They kind of switched it off. I really don't know why, but then reason why we switched off the comments, Corey, we are trying to get you to like the screen more and comment less for now, ne? So let's actually do that. But announce her situation, Federe. And let's hear it more. And welcome to everyone who's new here. My name is Leroy, and then this is Mimi there by the as in by the screen there. Say hi to Mimi, guys. Hi. Now let's continue with the story.
All right, we are back with Anonymous on the line. Thank you very much, Khopedi Dilongwe. Anonymous is joining us right now, and if you are joining us now, here's a bit of a summary. Anonymous has been with her partner for 2 years now, and the situation at home is affecting their relationship. Anonymous says her partner lives with his siblings and their children and takes care of them as the sole breadwinner in the household. Anonymous says she feels like he is overextending himself in how he's just giving and supporting his family and neglects helping and supporting her financially as the partner. Anonymous, are we on the same page here?
Yes, we are. Scooter.
Anonymous, just a quick one for me to understand. So you're saying he's the breadwinner but doesn't have a job. So how is he assisting people without that financial income?
He's assisting them because, like he works in other people's house. He can clean their yard, cut their lawn. Yeah, those kind of stuff.
I see what you mean, the piece job nyana here and there.
He the piece job, eh?
Okay, man.
So, Anonymous, you were saying he misunderstood you last year when you suggested something about the sister and you said, Gandhi, doesn't your sister work?
Yes.
And yeah, then what happened?
Then he got angry and he said I must not tell him about the sister. But I'm saying, all I was saying is that she knows she had 2 kids. I advised her to take the younger one because the uncle is a man. She doesn't expect a man to stay with a 7-year-old that's a girl. At least he can stay with the boy one. But after doing that, she leaves and doesn't do anything, knowing that my boyfriend does not work.
And you sure that it's her kids, no? It's not one of those
Yes.
things where he's got a baby and they decide to keep it a secret as the family.
No, I'm sure from a younger age, even when the mom was still alive, she was doing the very same thing.
Okay.
Both of the kids are hers.
Do you have kids, when and I, with your man?
Yeah, I think so.
Sorry?
Do you have kids?
No,
Oh.
we don't have kids.
Oh, okay.
I have one from a previous relationship.
Okay, and you've been together for 2 years.
Yes.
Okay. Does he have kids, Yana?
No, Shamizi doesn't.
Oh, it doesn't. Okay, no, it's really not. I honestly don't think it's really that complicated. It's two ways. I think you can uncomplicate your life. What's stopping you guys from living separately and still be in a relationship?
He doesn't. He thinks he'll be neglecting them. Like if he moves out of.
No. I'm saying
Yeah.
where, nah.
Mhm.
I agree you guys live together.
No, we don't live together permanently. He comes and visits me at
He's
my
staying
house.
with the family, taking care and
He's
getting
staying with
the
breadwinner.
guy. So, but
Yes.
then I'm sorry, guys. I'm confused again. Why is it that much of a huge problem? How does it affect you financially? That because he's like you are concerned about your responsibilities, financial responsibilities for the house that you're living in, again,
Yes.
and for your rent and for your grocery and stuff, right?
Yes.
So how is it his responsibility, if I may?
Because Anonymous, you're essentially asking, are you wrong for asking for assistance from your partner?
Yes,
Yes.
that's what I'm asking. Like, am I wrong
Okay.
for asking assistance? Sometimes I'm not. The job that I'm working doesn't pay that much.
Okay.
So sometimes during the month, I could be lacking.
Okay. How long
Yeah.
have you been working?
For the past 2 years.
The past 2 years. So before you met this guy,
We were both not working.
before you met this guy, you can't be both not working before you meet. Like,
Oh, okay. I didn't
No,
hear
but I
that.
get you,
yes.
Anonymous. I
Before
get
you met this guy, how was your life? Well, before,
Oh,
who was taking care of your food and your room,
oh, then I was staying with my mom.
right?
Yes, yes.
And then you moved out when you started
I
working.
moved out.
Okay.
I moved out when I started working, yes.
Okay. Don't you think if those responsibilities, I honestly feel it's not his responsibility at this point. You are not married, you are still dating, it's still 2 years, it's still early.
It's still very early.
Yes, my baby. So I think maybe you start working on your books. Ne? Ukuthi, let me live. You know, I always say to people, if you live 40% beneath your means, you're going to be the richest person ever. You're going to live the best life ever. If you live 40% beneath your means, trust me, what kills us is not even living beyond our means, is living simultaneously, concurrently, deliberately with our means. If you are breaking even, you are poor. If you are breaking even, you are broke. If you want to live a comfortable life, pretend if you earn 100 rands, pretend like you're earning 40 rands or 60 rands. You're gonna be so good. So the poor guy, I think you guys must live separately. Your relationship needs to be solid. Ningachola kamnandi.
The poor guy.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean it that way.
Yeah.
The other guy. So last question from me. You said you'd rather why are you now taking the girl to come live with you? Oh, I think you're complicating your life and you're fast forwarding it. You're not married, you're not lobolad. Just live. You deserve to enjoy the fruits of your labor in terms of you've got a child that you need to take care of. So the last question I wanted to ask, the child, you said you wanted to take the girl, ne?
No, not me.
Him.
I advised
Or him.
the younger sister to take the girl child to live with her because they were both living with uncle at the family house.
Okay. So is the son that's was gonna leave? Is it a boy?
It's a girl.
Yes, the boy is living with the uncle at the family house. You know what I think is the problem here? He says I'm controlling him when I say, baby, how about you drink maybe 100 rand from the 300 rand that you made?
Sorry. I'm laughing at
Like-
good.
No, I'm
makes a point.
making an example
get
for
you,
him
I
to
get
minimize. Yes, for him to minimize. Not go there and drink, and then after drinking, he calls me around 11:30 and says, "I'm at the gate." When he wakes up, he expects me to cook which food if he doesn't think for tomorrow.
Yeah.
I just want him to think for the future, not think for now.
Exactly.
And he can drink 3 weeks following each other without thinking what he's gonna eat, what he's gonna bath with, what he's gonna wear.
Anonymous.
Hello.
The weirdest thing is you expect him to think for the future, but you aren't thinking for the future.
How so?
Okay.
Explain.
No, because you can see, Uti, the guy wants to drink 300 rand, even though he's got so many responsibilities. And it means, Uti, you're right, he's not thinking for his future. But Anonymous, the thing is, you like being in his business so much that you don't realize your life should be moving right along. You guys don't share anything with this guy. No kids, nothing, no, do you rent a cat together? No, nothing. So sometimes you just need to say, babe, is this where you are headed in life? And if you don't agree with it, you don't agree with it. But also, let me share something with you that us men, where we mess up, ne? Like, before Ujola no Muntu, like, yeah, I can take care of you, hey, Jola Naming is Ogupa this much. I will. And then once we get the cookie, we are gone. Now we are drinking 300 rands. We don't care about you. We're not taking care of you anymore as we promised. Were there promises made in the beginning of the relationship that he's not fulfilling? Yes or no?
No, he's not feeling.
Okay. So vele wena nje, you like controlling him. You like controlling his money. Even though you
No.
don't live together. Even though you're just boyfriend and girlfriend.
No, I'm not controlling his money. It's not possible to control his money when he's at his home and I'm here.
Okay, okay. So
But I have a problem with him drinking there and then coming here expecting to bath from.
Fair.
I hear you.
For
yeah,
you, so
but
Yes.
yes, but then anonymous. These are things you must voice. Look, it's dude. We have not budgeted for you. If you want food, make sure Guti, you give me the little mean. I'll cook for you, but provide me with the food.
I did that this very weekend. I even told him about that. I even moved
Okay.
from my main bedroom and slept in my son's bedroom so that he could see that I don't like it that he goes and drinks and comes back here and expects to be treated like a king while he's acting like a child.
Anonymous, we're going to hold it right there. I'm going to pay bills and come back.
Saturday nights on S3.
Guys, you know what? Like me, I love Anonza, guys. She is very responsible. So now she's like, dude, you know what? Like, let's make the effort together. Yeah, like you are used to this, you are used to that. You have as like this and that, Mara. Let's meet each other halfway. You know? I mean,
Hey, nah, you know, I don't know. Nike inachana in a very different way, but Arafeto, and then we'll get into it.
okay, cool.
This is a rich Harrison Crown. Let's go. 9 rand and save yourself a whopping 38
Okay, they're
rand.
still doing the
Hurry and
advert.
get
But
yours in
guys,
store today. KFC.
just keep tapping them. Thank you very much for
T's and C's
actually
apply.
the gifts
The
here.
journey of 1,000
Gape,
miles
welcome to
begins
those who are
with
late.
one step.
Le nna re
Keeping
tlo le
life to a
final,
vision
but it's
isn't
fine.
possible
Mare,
without the steps that follow
yeah,
to and three.
let's stay tuned for
Although
11:30.
it
We have a
takes
special
one
show
hero
there,
to
but
step
then
up, a
let's finish here
village
quickly
takes us further.
while they are playing the adverts. Like, just
Saving
keep
lives
liking
needs
there,
more
guys.
than
Like, please like
1%
your
of
screen.
South Africans.
Some brief talk.
Together, we
And
are
Gape,
pulse. The South African National
for the request, nah? Let's wait until maybe we are done here, then we can accept you. Yeah.
Strategy on the sand. It is another
Umbrella.
East versus South battle. This is the COSAFA Beach Soccer Championship 2023. Experience the battle on the sand between Seychelles and
Okay,
Malawi
so while we
at the
wait,
South
hello,
Beach
guys.
Arena in Durban. This Wednesday, 20 March 2024 at 10:30
Hey,
a.m.
bruh.
Live on
This is
SABC
my,
Sport
like,
on
they're too
TT
long,
Channel
bro.
4. Also available on SABC
Well,
Plus
anyway.
and SABCsport.com. Proudly
They're
brought
getting
to
free
you by
publicity.
SABC
It's fine.
Sport.
I guess so.
The Mighty Metro FM, it's where you want to be. We still have Anonymous on the line at 44 after 10 a.m. Anonymous, you still there?
I'm still here, man.
All right, so Anonymous, you were still making a comment, that sentence that you said that he wants to be treated like a king, but acts like a child. I just want you to finish off that thought so Naked can also just wrap up his thought.
So I'm asking, am I wrong if I tell him that he should at least assist so that I know that when he comes here, because he'll be telling me that they need this, they need that, they need this. So out of the budget that he made, he's going to buy this and this and this. Yes, it's his family, he should take care of them. But what about when he comes here, I should start from scratch. See that he eats breakfast, he baths, he eats, he's well.
You are
Like
not
how?
wrong.
You are not
Anonymous,
wrong,
you are
Anonymous.
not
You're
wrong.
not wrong.
Yeah.
We are not wrong. We are both simultaneously as well, concurrently for you,
Collaborative.
collaboratively for you, concubining with you in this case, because we're right when anonymous. If that rather Nichole at a distance, you meet at a mutual place. Because do you ever go to his house when?
I go and visit. Sometimes he can say, I'm cooking, come sleep over.
Ufuna ukudla untshintshi.
Now we are kitchen, ne?
No, and I engage him as such because when I get off and I want to spend time with him, I do go there. Because sometimes he says he can't come because of this very child. He's going to be alone. The younger brother is out. He's not coming back. So he's scared of leaving him alone. About the thing that Put Naked just said, I once thought that this was his child.
Yes, guys, put naked, yes. Mamele sis.
Love it.
Yeah.
No, no, guys. Yes, I once thought that this child is his child. The way that he treats this child, I don't mind because he's the uncle, but he goes way.
It's possible,
Oh,
Anonymous.
Possible.
But
No, I did check it out, guys. It's not like that.
how?
It's
Okay,
not
but
his son.
Anonymous, at the end of the day,
Yeah.
no? You have a life to live. Do you see yourself with this man as things are? Like we are figuring saying adlama kwinya wako akalethi ne acha or special. He doesn't meet you halfway. He's draining your resources. He doesn't even go out drinking with you. Like he can't even take you out. He doesn't even bring you breakfast when he comes back from those clubs, but he expects food on the table. So who do you think here is not thinking about their future? Is it you or him?
It's him.
It's you, Sissy.
No.
Because you still have him in your life, but he's not the kind of partner that you want. Do you not get that?
Okay, I do get.
But you am ne? But I love him. You can say it if you want.
Yeah. I wanted to
No,
say
I don't
that.
want to say it because I know you're with
No, say it, Anonymous. Don't be cornered just
Yeah,
because...
say it, Anonymous.
Yeah,
say what
do
you
love
feel.
him.
I think I love him.
Anonymous.
Yeah, it's her truth.
So, okay, so means
In closing,
even though he's draining her resources, she doesn't see a proper future with him. He's unpredictable. He takes care of other people more than he takes care of her. She still loves him.
Yes. Like I said, Anonymous, don't end the relationship. End how you want to be treated and see if it changes. If it doesn't change,
He
then
says I'm controlling.
aye. Then leave him, get Mshi. So what do you say about that?
Anonymous, you are not wrong by saying, do not drink 300 rands. Can you please drink 100 rand and then think about your other responsibilities? I don't think it's controlling, Anonymous. And you're actually thinking about his health as well. Right? You are not controlling. Anonymous, find yourself a man that is on the same wavelength as you.
Unfortunately, yeah. You know, men know who to pray. Who to pray for.
Oh, I thought pray on.
yeah.
No, pray on,
Yes.
Pray.
not for.
Yes.
P-R-E-Y.
Yeah.
Oh.
Men know who to pray on. And unfortunately, Anonymous is in that group. And
You are in the
people,
prayer group.
yeah, people in Anonymous's group,
So
they
he's praying on me or praying for me.
on
On
you.
you.
Okay.
I love you, Anonymous.
And your boyfriend is a guy, ne?
Yes.
Okay. Feel like earlier on I said the uncle is a man. Before I was good to see Zule no partly, but it's fine.
Anonymous,
Good luck, my
stay
baby.
away from the boys. Get a man friend.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay, let's pray.
All right, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Amen.
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 Oh, yeah, Barcelona.
Amen.
Amen, Anonymous. Amen.
Jesus, wow. Okay, right. Okay. But again, Mami, you know what? Like, before we start, let me play this quickly. Then you'll do the recap, and then we start napping, eh? Let me quickly play this.
The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are solely those of the individuals participating in the conversation and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of the podcast host or any affiliated organization. Listener discretion is advised.
And thank you very much.
Okay, hi guys. My name is Mimi. Welcome to Oscar Man. Yo, I know a lot of you are not going to agree with what I'm going to say, so I'm going to let the panelists start first and then I'm going to go at the end. So we're going to start with Leroy, since he's the only gentleman on the panel today. And then whoever was requesting, I'm going to put you in, but as you come in, please mute your mic so we can give others a chance. Guys, please do not speak over each other. And let's remember to respect everybody's opinion. You might disagree with it, but disagree with it with respect. At the end of the day, everybody has their own opinion, right? So let's start with Leroy, come in.
All right. Okay. For like a young quick recap, ne? So Anons has been dating this man for about 2 years now. So now so the man lives with his siblings, lady niece, lady nephew there, right? So now he is the sole breadwinner that side. Yabo. So now very often he goes to Barkma, Sis Anonza's place at Agiwe, and then he basically demands royalty treatment, but then he never contributes to actually helping Sis Anonza with, as in like this and that here by the household. He should have, you know, that barikingana that cheese nyana ele, at least he bought nyana the achanyana or baby let's eat. Or so yeah, like he just wants to just as in like velanje and then one. So he has the piece job nyana here and there, so he's not formally as in like works, you know. He's a gardener here and there, landscaper here and there, you know. So Anon's probably okay. Working kind of question was, like, is she wrong to actually say born a baby, nah? Let's meet each other halfway here, because you're like, Leah knows that doesn't work, but then she makes means nyana here and there. Okay, cool. You, instead of like drinking your whole mind, or maybe like just like sending it there as in like yonke.
Leroy, what's the hell? Is your network okay?
Rain
Okay,
is
Isimulut. Isimulut. Hi, Stabs. Hi, baby.
so guys, good morning, everybody. It's Monday. I'm kidding. I
Wait,
don't
that's
even know
not
what
my shame. Okay,
like,
okay. Rosa Lee. Oh, Uzwele. You can come in, Sabs.
yeah, Rain Tandy. And he Lee's too sweet. He was literally rescuing you because when you came late. Guys, I only have one thing to say. 2024. Can we eliminate everything and anything that drains us? You know, memes my dad used to say to me, yes, Nana, anything that costs you or your time, your energy, anything that drains you is expensive for you. And when right now you can't afford expensive. This relationship is draining for Anonza, guys. Because I can't remember who I was answering on the comments saying that person was saying Anonza wirang, and I was like, Anonza is actually she's in love. You know, when you're in love and you're trying so hard to fix a person and this person is not fixable. That's exactly what Anonza is trying to do. And la aguna potential, let's give him a benefit of a doubt. There isn't anything. Like, she is just consuming and draining herself. And wait, Chichidi Chum. Chichidi will suck you dry. Chichidi will suck your blood. And this is what this guy is doing to this lady. This guy is exploiting her and enjoying all the benefits that he's getting from Anonza. Mara, he's not about building. And because Sis Anonza is listed, Sis Anonza is in love, so she's too blind to see that. It's so sad, but I feel like personally, I feel like this relationship is costing her a lot, it is draining and it is just asking for too much. And Lena, she has her own things. So for now, she must pack this relationship and just focus on herself and find another job, because she said that she works, but this job doesn't pay her much. So she must work on that CV and put it out there on the market, go and pin it and everything, and find another man, because this one, she's not gonna go anywhere. She's not gonna even barking lay a foundation. So I'm not gonna say she's not gonna build. Even the cement and the sand to lay a foundation is not gonna come from this one. It's just gonna be draining for her for the longest of time.
Okay. Thank you, Sebs. Oh, guys, another way I have such a different opinion about this. Oh, Budimaka. Okay. Sis Noms, please come through.
Hi, Mimi. Okay, can I come after you, baby?
Do you want to come after Tycho?
After you and Tycho, actually.
Okay. No problem. Tycho, Njeng.
Hi, Ndaphila njani Mimi?
Ngiyaphi. Okay, Sebs.
Yeah, and the rest
So,
of the
what's your take
team.
on this?
Were you saying?
Yiti, what's your take on this?
Oh, yes. Good morning, everyone. And once more, according to me, the boyfriend doesn't seem to have a big problem. A big problem is arising from Anonza, because at some point I think Anonza want things to be done on her way, and without communicating them better with the boyfriend. Yes, the boyfriend is winning the bread in the house, and there's nothing wrong with that. And when we check the responsibilities on their sides, the responsibilities are different, because Anonza got a child and the boyfriend doesn't have a child. So on other hand, I also think that Anonza didn't put it clear that he wants boyfriend to assist him to support the child. And I don't think now it will be fair for now, or it's still early for that, because they only have 2 years. And then the other thing, yes, Anonza a boyfriend might be drinking with money, but when we check, Anonza naye, she might be buying clothes or spoiling herself with her money. It's just that there is a difference between things that we do with our money. But at the end of the day, we're all spending. So maybe boyfriend saw it in that way, that in order for him to spoil himself, he has to drink. I don't know. But at the end of the day, the point that I'm trying to stress it's we spend, both of us, and it's not like boyfriend is spending thousands there. He's work 300, he drink 100 rand and whatnot. I think for now I will leave it there.
Okay. Guys, personally, can you mute for me, Tycho, please? You guys are gonna come for me for this one. I sort of agree with Tycho. I mean, it's not like boyfriend uhleli and he's not doing anything. It's just that he's limited within his money making, with any type of income that he generates, he's very limited. So not having anybody to fall back on, and not having anyone to assist you as a sole breadwinner, that can be like a heavy burden on umuntu. And in this case, he's the breadwinner and he needs to divide, the money that he makes, because I understand Anonza wanting assistance from umuntu wakhe. I understand Anonza wanting him to contribute to what he eats, wanting him to contribute to the fact that he uses toiletries to, when he comes over to his place. We understand that. But we always hear stories. Please mute your mic, Boitumelo. Boitumelo, please mute your mic. We usually hear stories like this, but it's usually the other way around. And we don't usually tell men to leave unemployed women, because what this guy is doing is what most girls do. Let's be honest, guys, that we have a lot of relationships where the guy uyasebenza and the girlfriend agasebenzi, and the guy is actually supporting the family and whatnot. We hear these stories every day. It's just that it's not in the form that we are used to. So let's not be quick to say, she must leave, she must do this. No, guys. This guy, as much as he wants to, sometimes keep his stress sakhe sokuthi akasebenzi kahle, he has to take care of his useless sister's kids, and he cannot not take care of these kids because bahlala naye. So the reason that Anonza has saying Guti, no, but he must help me buy, isn't this ganje. She did say Uguti, they draw up a budget. He sometimes, goes over budget. But guys, let's be honest. Ingane yabantu ithwele kanzima. Mara when it's the other way around, asisho ukuthi hayi umfana uthwele kanzima, le ntombazana lena is a liability elifini yakhe, makamshiye, and stuff like that. But can we just be fair? As being fair. It's not any easier if umfana is taking, care of ifemili like ibontombazana. Because if it was another way around, she would be happy in the position that she's in. If this guy was the one that was working and he was the one taking care of her and her children and her siblings, we wouldn't even know ukuthi khona Anonza onje. But that's just my 2 cents, guys. I'm gonna give Sis Makazi a chance, and then Guzoza Sis. Oh no. Sis Noms, do you wanna go now, or should we give the other ladies a chance? Are you ready?
Nah, she'll come in last actually because she's busy now.
Okay, let's give our favorite housewife a chance, and then we're gonna go with Boitumelo.
Hey guys, how are you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I just wanted to make sure that you guys can hear me. Guys, I think one thing that we all need to remember, Anonza said, I'm not saying he mustn't spend any money and so forth. What she said she's asking for is that when he makes his 300 rand, let him drink 100 rand and then put some money aside, not drink their whole money and then comes to her when he needs financial support. Because let's make an example. I mean, when she budgets, if we look at it, it's her and her child, the two of them. Now, when someone comes in, let's say 4 days a week, and they want breakfast, they want lunch, they want dinner, he doesn't even think enough to prioritize after he works to go and provide those things for his own family. Because now, when he drinks his entire money, what are those kids eating? He then just leaves them as they are, because that's actually him being very irresponsible on his part. And even the fact that she said even when he needs his laundry done, he comes and washes it there. That means that even Li Omoharek, Yena, he works and then wants to have a good time. And even if you look at her, what type of example is she showing her child that this man goes drinking, comes here in the middle of the night and then sleeps there and then eats and then goes home and does whatever that he wants? I honestly just feel like he's being a leech. Because even if you're saying that a guy, if he was taking care, for example, if a woman is not working, whatever, and the guy is taking care of her, she'll be waking up there, cleaning, cooking, making sure that the place, making some sort of contribution. I mean, if we look at it now, what contribution is this guy making? He's not even being there emotionally. He's not even there being financially. He's not even being a positive person in this woman's life. So that's all I have to say.
Thank you, my Kazi. Sis no, come through, because Sis Noms is gonna go last.
Hello. Hi. How are
Hi,
you?
hi.
Can you guys hear me properly? Because if my headphones, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So, Mina, my thing is, guys, we spoke about this, I think, weeks back about this situation. Like, dating a breadwinner is very frustrating. It is. And I understand where Ananza is coming from, but she cannot dictate how the guy spends his money. I feel like the sacrifices we make for our boyfriends and our girlfriends are just unnecessary at times, because why would you put yourself in a situation whereby you need to support a boyfriend? You need to tell a boyfriend how they spend their money. Why would you even live with someone like that? Do you understand? So for me, it's like, if you do not understand the situation, rather not be involved with someone like that. Do not. Like, I am a breadwinner myself. Yes, my situation is different, but my sister always said to me that, you know what, date someone who understands the situation yakho, because if you find a guy, for instance, okhule ayedwa, othola yonke into ekabo, obamspoilile and stuff like that, he won't understand that you are sending money home. He really won't. And obviously, you're gonna complain about some of the things that they force you to do at home. Nana, he will never relate. He would never. He doesn't have that background. So dating in your caliber is perfect. If you cannot, yo guys, this Mina Mama sacrifices for boyfriend. Guys, maybe it's too strict. I will not sacrifice for a boyfriend like that. I'm sorry, it's not gonna happen. And because of where I am coming from, of how I grew up and what I know right now at this age. So I will not do that. Yabo. So for me, I would say to Anonymous, just like, I magahambe, because she will never understand. She will always dictate of how Anonymous needs to spend imali yakhe. Always. Even when he gets a real job, ahole kahle, uzosho ukuthi kuye, no, but now budget is so nani, let's go and live maybe in a better place, or buy better food, or buy, do better things for the money, with the money, I mean. And then she's still gonna say to Anonymous, I might spend 1,000. Why would you drink a Hennessy? Where else you can drink Black Label? He doesn't want to. You understand? So for me, it's like, she must just let this guy go. Really.
Because another thing that she said, I don't think she said Uguti, like I'm not sure. I stand to be corrected, guys. I don't know if she said Uguti, with him being the breadwinner, there's a time where she gives him money to help out Gibo. Can anyone clarify that part for me? Did she say Uguti, there's sometimes a point where she gives him money, Uguti asapote Gibo? Because if not, then what Usisno is saying makes complete sense. Can you please mute your mic for me, sir? Okay. Do you guys understand? Because at the end of the day, their responsibilities are not the same. Their responsibilities are not the same. It's not like, because guys, make me understand what leeching is at this point. Because if this man was leeching off of this woman, it would be Uguti every month she contributes something towards his family. I thought that's just how I think of it. Do you understand? Because this guy goes asebenze, does the best he can with the resources he has. Kubo. You understand? Maybe him going to this woman Magatagiwe and whatnot probably might even be a safe haven. We can never ever try and judge that, but we all have different views on how it is. Do you understand? So, like Osis Nono said, if this situation does not, serve her, she should just leave. And she's in love with him for a reason. Shuguti, there are good qualities about this guy that she actually loves. The only issue is that he is taking care of his family and not her. Do you understand? So she should just leave, because she's never going to understand. She's never going to be, I know 2 years might be a long time, but she's never going to, supporting his family is not the problem. It's also how he spends his money. But he's also limited within that money. You understand? She's also like he's also limited within that money. So she should just reevaluate Anonza, what exactly is it that she wants. And as far as I can see it, it's not this guy. And this guy Naishem, personally, Mina, I feel sorry because he's irresponsible because guys, he's drinking. I mean, guys, like maybe Leroy.
Therapist, sis.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay. Let's give
yeah.
Sis Noms a chance.
Okay, sir.
Come through, Sis Noms.
Hi, Mimi. Am I audible? My network is a bit tricky. I had to move from where I was because, okay. Yes, Mimi, this thing, I totally appreciate any man or woman who comes through for their family. But there's a distinct line between being a breadwinner, assisting, and being a slave. Because this thing sometimes becomes slavery, and we say, this guy is a slave according to me. Because when you are now out of your you are out of your consciousness into thinking that I must be focused. Ukuba breadwinner sometimes there are breadwinners who are managing honestly. They are their own boss, and there are breadwinners who are drowning. They are depressed. Some of these people, like the way he drinks, he's drinking imaliak in a way that shows us ukuthi emotionally he's not stable. Something is wrong with him. And then you hear those boss breadwinners like Abonono. I've decided not to have a child. I don't want to have a child. I've decided to take care of my family, and I've decided to give my family what I can afford and what I am able to give them. Hence, Unono, the same breadwinner, Unono said, I tell my sister who expects me to give everything to her child, I tell her that I will only provide what I can and what I see fit. The same Unono, the breadwinner that just spoke. You say what they are limiting this thing. Unono is in control of this thing, your breadwinner. She's a boss breadwinner again. Because she said to us last week, Mina, my sister has a child, and I choose what I can provide for that child and the limits that I have. We understand? And then there's a breadwinner who would rather starve. Oh, sorry, no. I am like that, baby. I never forget. You tell me one lie, I know that you are the kind of person who lies. Like, and then there's a breadwinner, Mimi, who will be doing breadwinning and totally forget that he's still a human being who must operate in this life. That can't be right. That can't be right, because amanye breadwinner, they don't even have cars because they are buying abosisbabu iPhone, which is not important. You see that kind of breadwinning. You see my problem now. Breadwinner.
Excuse us, please mute your mic for a moment. Please mute your mic for a moment.
Norms.
Yes, it's not.
We are understand when I mean, because when you lose control over this thing, you're a breadwinner. Once you lose control over it, you become a slave. There's ukuba breadwinner, I'm assisting a car, and there's a certain limit that there are boundaries and limits, and then this is slavery for me. I'm not saying he must take money and give to the girl, but also think for yourself. Eat some KFC here and there, eat some Nando's here and there, do balance. But I'm not against this, but I'm saying let's check the levels of how much you are contributing and how you want to do it.
I completely agree, Sis Noms. I feel like we also try and forget Uguti, this man, as much as we would love to call him irresponsible, we would love to say Uguti he's a leech, he's this, he's that. Ekugcineni, ingane yabantu, like he has the world literally on his shoulders. He has people who he's responsible for without even having kids. It is very unfortunate that the sister now dumped um her children, on him. What do we expect from him with how limited he is? As much as please mute your mic, Lady V.
Of our nation will continue to be our lodestar.
Okay, there we go. Do you understand? So I feel like Anonza Lena, there should be some sort of communication. And if she feels the communication is now falling onto deaf ears, then she should leave. Because now, guys, come for me if you want. Come for me if you feel like maybe I'm missing the point. That's fine. But Anonza, she's not being very supportive. Mega, please come through. So, because now we are listening to your dishes. Please come through.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
Hello? Hello?
we can hear you.
This is very behind
Okay. I wanted to say, okay. I wanted to say every relationship is found or formulated on emotional support.
Mm-hmm.
And each relationship is supposed to support each person in a relationship is supposed to be supported emotionally.
Mm-hmm.
And you may find that we enter into relationships and forget to support each other emotionally. So when a person is drunk and remembers that my partner who loves me, that person is looking for emotional support at that particular time. And if you find yourself in a place where you support a person financially, you must look at it in different angles. The person may be having childhood traumas that the person did not deal with at an early age. Now, when the person is an older or is an older person who have responsibilities now, some of the traumas that are from the childhood are beginning to surface and begin to destroy the man completely. Now, back to emotional support. If a man is emotionally supported correctly, or if a man is allowed or in a relationship that he benefits something, but that is not of finances, that is value and emotions, that man is going to learn to appreciate the value he gets from that relationship. And the emotional support will begin to teach the man to say, since you are spending your time here with me, how about we spend our resources the best way that benefits us in this family or in this setup? And what I've seen in my practice is that people assume that when I have money, it's our money. Or when I have money, I'm supposed to do 1, 2, 3, 4. It is an assumption that people find themselves in and expect that when this person has got money, this person is going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. Without communicating it clearly from the get-go that here are my needs. My needs are financial or my needs are not financial. I need your support here, I need your support there. So that I know what is my role in this relationship. So that I don't come to you with problems, a lot of problems and no solutions. I come to you expecting that you're going to support me emotionally. That's what I wanted from you, and that's what I'm getting from you. Thank you. But if you have got an expectation that I'm going to fix your house, it must be communicated so that we know we both benefit into that investment. Then our life begins to go ahead. When I said I'm beginning to see this a lot in my practice, I'm seeing a lot of men who are supported by women, but I'm also sharing this. I'm hoping this is not going to be too much. I'm also sharing this with you. When you've got a woman who is masculine, who behaves like a man or assumes the responsibility of a man, purely based on finances, when the woman earns higher amounts or something, they begin to take all responsibilities. And then me as a man, I don't have anything to do now. And I'm also expecting you to say, no, I need help here. But you don't say you need help here as a woman. You begin to do everything at the same time. Then my role is now confused. Now, when my role is confused as a man, I begin to say, let me go into my selfish corner and buy things for me, do things for myself, get things that I want. That automatically breaks the relationship because you've got two individuals who are self centered in the relationship. Their communication is going to be different. They are going to be saying, you don't do this, you don't do that, somebody else can do this better than you. Their communication is going to be broken because they are dissatisfied at a angle of their life.
Yeah.
Hoping I'm not being too much.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm so sorry to cut you off because we need to move into our another segment at 11:30. So I just wanted to give everybody a chance to put in their last submissions on this issue so we can move on. So we're going to start with Sis Noms and we're going to end with Ubud Mega. Okay, Dire, come in. You have 5 minutes.
I'm ahead.
Please.
Yeah, no, you know what? Like Bob Mega actually he came with another view here actually like that I think it's fine. So working guys, working guys, like you see like this whole thing actually reminded me of something Makazi said actually like literally last week. Sister C, please mute. Oh, okay, cool. So like Sis Makazi actually last week she said, ne, beyond the I love you level, hey, me now together, love lives here. Compatibility, it's very important. Ne? You have a pitch up there, you have this and that, okay? So how can we, as in like, how can we work around that? Okay, cool. What do we prioritize here and there? Yes, ne? The boyfriend, like, he has a lot actually. Ne? Sharp, ne? On him, sharp. Leonozalene, she's kind of like parking frustrated because now this has been going on for like 2 years now. So now she like she has reached that point where okay, dude, what are we doing here now? Ne? Sharp. You have your own things there. Then I have my own parking kind like sharp things there. Nemari, we are together. This has been 2 years, fam. We all have problems, Sharp, Nemari. What are we doing here? You see, like, what are we building here? Like, what are we prioritizing? Because now, parking kind of sharp, like, no judgment, ne? But now, like, money, he's using her as a what's that like you said it actually safe haven, yeah, as you know it, like let me move away from this and that. Nah, sharp. Mara happy dude. 2 years is a very long time, guys. Yeah, it's short now for here and here, Maria. No, 2 years is a lot, Buffett. What are we doing with like Mona no and Horoki? We all have problems, Mar. How can we come together? Hore, re thusane sentle. So Anonza, I'm like, it's baby girl, you know, and like, let's be considerate here and there. I'm like, barking. We need solutions now. Yes, sharp. You have this, you have that, Maruki. Let's come together, fam.
You know, Ananza mentioned something, when they started dating, they were both unemployed, right? And I'm sorry to say this, but it seems like the issues with him being a breadwinner started when she got employed, right?
I don't think so, but okay.
Because le Jozi lili to le sa bereke, ne? I'd like to take a leap and say, gore, she understood his role as a breadwinner when they were both unemployed. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm saying, because a part of me, I honestly do not want to say this, and I honestly do not want to, make Ananza feel like, she's not heard or whatever. But Ananza is actually not good for this guy at this present moment in his life. We're not saying when you support a man through his darkest time and whatever that you must be a doormat. No, no, no. But you need to. I get it, she loves this man. She loves him. She has taken the responsibility. No, we're not giving her any responsibility. She has taken the responsibility herself. So what I'm saying is that she should allow this man, give him as like a platform to be like, okay, as ntawa kanje because kunje nanje 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 nanje. Not now want to kind of ridicule him, because that's what I felt it came across. But that's just me, because she doesn't honestly sound like this guy has a safe haven in her. All she has for this guy are expectations of how things should be. And because those expectations are not being met, she already has a problem. Like someone said now, Uri, if this guy gets a job, she's still gonna want to dictate how his money needs to be spent, because she wants to be in control. She feels that she's the one that makes better decisions because she doesn't drink 3 weekends in a row. You understand? Sometimes we need to understand people outside of ourselves. We need to understand people, not with the exterior, or I disagree with me 1000%. And that's okay. And that's okay. But guys, we need to wrap up this topic. So Asma Kazi, you have 5 seconds. But Mega, you have 5 seconds. And offense, officially late. You have 5 seconds. Asma Kazi, you can come through.
Yes, I think because I only have 5 seconds, I just want to leave you guys with one thought that Anonza's boyfriend has willingly and happily let his sister, who is a mother of 2, sail into the sunset and not even take care of her own 2 kids, while now he goes and he wants to be someone else who is also a single mother to be responsible for him. So think about that.
Okay. Thank you, Makazi. Mr. Mega, please come through.
Yeah, there's a possibility that Anonza built a resentment towards herself by acting up and building a wall so that this man does not know what's his role in that relationship anymore, and then begins to complain. That woman then complains about the man. So I'm saying if expectations are not clearly discussed, we are then going to have another problem in the whole relationship. That's my 5 seconds.
All right. Thank you. Ndata Offense, please come through.
Good morning, everyone. May I engage in the next topic, please? Bona
Oh, okay.
Inkare. Yeah, Lolil. Thanks.
No problem, no problem, no problem. Okay. Lee. So I'm gonna work on changing the banner now. Right? So can you please introduce our next topic?
Guys, can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay,
Sure.
so um like thank you right there guys for again there actually. So yeah, it's like basically learn how to prioritize. Great stuff. So now moving to the other part. So like guys, like this is like social group nyana now, ne? So where we speak about things that actually like affect us, or maybe you need help with like something. So now the theme for today ke self development, right? So now given that like this is World Kidney Month actually, gape like last week Friday was World Kidney Day, right? So we decided to invite a very special young lady actually. We are still waiting for her patiently. So her name is Vuisa Magidela, right? So she's been living like with a very chronic kidney disease since she was like minor actually. Yeah, so now so we decided to actually bring her here now because she really she overcame like the odds actually. Netsa as in like simulation actually. Yet she chooses to remain positive no matter what. Like this year she actually got blessed, but then she'll speak about it. Guys, like let's welcome the sick life thing. Visa, hey.
Hi, everybody.
Hey Sam, how you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Great. Welcome to Maka Rundown. This is Mimi here.
Hi,
Right now,
Mimi.
Mohaka. She's the main host for today, and I'm just
Hi,
the side guy
Mimi.
for
How
today.
are you? How are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. A bit nervous a little.
Oh no, don't be. Everybody here is loving. We are all a family. Guys,
Yeah.
I just want to put it out there. If anybody will have questions for her, please do come up on the panel or just write down your questions in the comment section. And guys, can we please keep everything respectful? I don't want to stress this even more. Can we please keep everything respectful? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you are gonna enjoy us today. So before we start, please tell us more about your brand, your skincare brand.
So, I manufacture stuff and I sell skin products and hair products
Mhm.
that I make myself.
Okay, so for what type of hair? Is it like for C type of hair or what type
All
of hair
types
is
of
it?
hair. These are hair restoration products.
Mm-hmm.
So all types of hair, you can use my product on all types of hair.
All right. So with your kidney failure, first of all, I'd love to say how proud I am of you because not a lot of people overcome such things, and you should you should give yourself a big one there.
Thank
Um,
you.
when did you find out that you had a kidney failure, if you don't mind me asking?
I was diagnosed when I was only 2 years of age, and my kidneys totally collapsed when I was 13 years old, and that's when I started dialysis. So I was diagnosed at the age of 2, and I was on the first stage, second stage, until I got to the end stage where my kidneys totally collapsed and I had to start dialysis.
And so with that being said, what was your mental state when you started to understand exactly what was happening with you, like as you grew older? What was your train of thought throughout you going through your dialysis and everything like that?
Remember when I was diagnosed, I was very young, so I didn't understand a lot of stuff. A lot of things were happening to me I didn't understand, and I was in denial, and I questioned a lot of things because obviously, if you're dealing with something you don't understand, you don't know how to deal with it. A lot of things only started to make sense as I grew older and understood why I had to take certain medication, why I had to supplement myself, why I had to go for dialysis and be compliant and follow what the doctor is saying, you know. But when you're younger, when a lot of things, if you like, for being a dialysis patient means that you have to be on a specific diet. Okay, so me being a young person, not understanding why am I not allowed to have chips? Why am I not allowed to have takeaway? Why am I having a different diet from all the other cousins? It didn't make sense to me. But a lot of things make sense when you understand them. That's why I always emphasize to say that if you've got a condition you're battling with, the best way to do it is to learn as much as you can so you can be able to be in control and do the right thing. And it's easier for you to do the right thing if you're understanding what you're dealing with. So compared to me being young as to now, a lot of things have changed and I understand a lot more now, which makes everything quite easy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you had to, I'm sorry, I'm just doing like rapid questions here. If
Yeah.
ever you had to meet a younger person who was going through the same journey as you are,
Yeah.
and come to you and they like, fine, I understand what I'm going through,
Yeah.
but mentally, I don't think I am coping with the fact that, I have to go through all of these things. I don't
Yeah.
feel normal. I feel like a freak because we do have those things. As much as I also went through something very traumatic. I did have questions in my mind of how I'm gonna accept my new reality.
Yeah.
Am I still gonna be considered normal after
Yeah.
that? So what type of advice would you have for someone younger who feels like they are in past in
Okay. So what happens is, obviously, let's say for instance, they diagnose you with diabetes or kidney failure, or for instance, you lose your arm or something. The first thing I would say is that, I mean, if the situation is something that's gonna be chronic, like I've got a chronic illness, chronic basically means permanent, reoccurring, something you're gonna be living with the rest of your life. So the first thing to look at, if this is something you're going to be stuck with for the rest of your life, you have to make a decision whether you want to be stuck, depressed, sad, feeling sorry for yourself, or accept the situation, find ways to deal with it and work around it, and just like get used to some of the things. Obviously, it's going to be a drastic change. I mean, having to lose something or have your life different is it's a life-changing thing, but if it's something that's going to be there for the rest of your life, you might as well make a decision to say, am I going to feel sorry for myself for the rest of my life? Am I going to find ways to deal with it and make my life easier and work around it? Because if it's something that's acute, if you are experiencing a headache, whatever, or migraines, you can always take something, feel better. But if it's something that's chronic, it's something you're basically going to be living the rest of your life with. So that's the first thing. So if you're going to be living with something for the rest of your life, the first thing you need to do is, do you really want to be that person who's going to be sad for the rest of your life? Are you going to be sad because your kidneys are not working, because you can't have kids, or you can find a solution to go and adopt or find a surrogate mother or find other alternatives? Hey? Because at the end of the day, when you're done feeling sorry for yourself, and when obviously we go through those in denial times where we feel like we can't cope anymore, and we feel like this is the end of the world, and we feel like nobody's going to want us, we are less, we're not going to be loved, or the society does not understand us, because a lot of things are different with us. You get to a point where now you have to be comfortable with answering questions, because obviously if you're dealing with a condition that's unusual or different, or that makes you look different a little, people will look at you and ask questions, because it's something that's not normal. It's something that you're not used to seeing all the time. For instance, let me make a practical example to say, obviously if there's something wrong with your eye, I will say, show me what's wrong, what happened here. It's something you need to deal with and say, obviously, people are going to be asking you questions. You make a decision to say, okay, this is uncomfortable and I hate it. But obviously, it's something you're always going to be constantly getting. People want to know. And as soon as you explain once to one person, they're not going to ask you again tomorrow. Be okay with understanding that this is different, and people will be inquisitive and want to know, and also be okay with accepting that this is my life now. This is how my life's going to be. I'm either going to decide whether to be depressed or just learn as much as I can and find a way to move forward,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Lee, come through.
You just drop bars, fam. Fuck. Yeah, nah. Wow. So okay, yeah. So now for like a person like me, actually, isn't like who's a DJ, graphic designer, who has no clue about hey the medical ing.
Yeah.
What is um
Dialysis.
dialysis. Really?
So, what is dialysis?
Yeah, yeah.
Dialysis basically is a machine that does the functions of a kidney. So, for you to understand what dialysis is, you need to understand what are the functions of a kidney. So, a kidney is responsible to regulate our blood pressure in the body, is responsible to clean the toxins from our body. It's responsible to help you pass urine that comes out with toxins. Okay, so if you've got kidneys that don't work, first of all, I haven't passed urine for the past 12 years. And the dialysis machine helps me remove fluid from my body. And because the kidneys are not working, meaning everything I put in my body, from the stuff I drink to the stuff I eat, stays in my body as toxins until I'm connected to the dialysis machines, where the dialysis machines cleans out the stuff. And because my kidneys are not working, my blood pressure is not regulated. Therefore, I'm on hypertensives, blood pressure medication, in simple terms.
Okay, wow. So
Yeah.
working you said that you don't pee.
Yeah.
So now, like, how frequent actually do you get to do the dialysis thing?
So I go to dialysis 3 times a week. Every Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays, I'm on dialysis religiously without fail.
Wow.
Yeah. And that's been going on for the past 13 years.
Okay. Okay, so I have a question. So how has you being on dialysis completely, changed your daily routine, and how do you navigate being in a relationship as well? Like, how does your partner go through all these motions with you, and how did you become so lucky to find someone that goes all through these motions with you?
Okay, so first, with me, because I was diagnosed when I was only 2 years old. So I can't say, oh my God, I had to stop drinking, I had to stop clubbing, I had to stop my lifestyle. I don't know a normal lifestyle because I've been sick all my life. So I don't have any drastic changes because I grew up sick. Like, I grew up taking medication from when I was 2 years. I grew up in hospitals. I went to a hospital school. I did all these things in the hospital. So hospitals are like a home to me. So it's, for me, that I had a conversation with this lady this one time, and I was like, I think it's easier for people who grew up with chronic illnesses more than the ones who get diagnosed at a later stage in life, because then at a later stage in your life you need to readjust and give up some of the things, and there's changes. But for somebody like me who's been sick from when they were young, there's no normal life. I've been in the hospital all my life, so there's nothing I could say I had to stop drinking. I don't drink, I don't party, because it's something I never got used to, because all my life I've been sick. So, and I think it's easier for my boyfriend because he's also works in the hospital. He's a case manager and he's familiar. He did nursing, but now does case management. So all these things are normal to him. He's not,
Okay, so we have a question from
Yeah.
Lady B. She
Yeah.
says, how does she balance a social life?
So a lot of us don't have social life. I don't have a social life, honestly, because if I'm not on dialysis, I'm running my small business. If not, I'm with my boyfriend on weekends. But the thing is, I have to manage my time with being at the hospital. So I spend roughly 15 hours a week at the hospital. You see? So it's that and running a small business. I can't say I've got a social life. We go out when me and my boyfriend go out, or my cousin, wherever we do, but it's not affecting me because I've never been a social person. But for somebody who's been outgoing and got used to all of this before they got sick, it would be a drastic change, but not for me.
Okay, that's very understandable, actually.
Yeah.
And then Nowinile is asking, is it possible to have children?
Is it possible to have children? Okay, cool. I've made a couple of few videos on my TikTok explaining that, to say that, remember, when you're a renal patient on dialysis, it means that some of the things in your body are not functioning properly. For instance, most of us are hypertensive. Having high blood pressure is one risk for anybody who's trying to be pregnant. Secondly, because our kidneys don't produce erythropoietin, which means we've got issues with our red blood cells. Remember, I don't know if any of you here have been pregnant. I don't know, but what I'm saying is most you've been pregnant. You know that when you are pregnant, they supplement you and give you iron supplements to make sure that your body can produce enough iron. Hemoglobin levels are controlled so you can supply blood for you and the child that's growing inside you. But now the thing is with us, I need to take supplements to help build red blood cells in my body, which means I don't even have enough blood for my own self. I need to supplement myself. So factors like that where things are not functioning normally in the body. And another thing is, remember, I've got toxins in my body, and the dialysis machine is only doing about 40% of what my kidneys would have done. So I still have toxins. Even though dialysis is helping, I am not 100% normal for me to be able to grow another human being in my body. So chances are for people with their doctors, they do advise us not to try. But if you insist, I've had two friends of mine who've tried, and within 7 months of being pregnant, they had a miscarriage. So you can try if you insist with the help of the doctors and the gynae department, but it's not worth it because in most cases, the child may not even make it to term because your own body is not a normal body on your own. So imagine the stress of trying to grow another human being in the body that's not normal by itself. So possible chances for you to fall pregnant, for you to have a successful pregnancy is when you have a transplant. If somebody donates their kidney to you, you can then fall pregnant later.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we have one last question from Sipati. Are you able to engage in sports? Or have you even wanted to engage in sports?
Well, most of us. So the one bad thing I always say that I wish I could take away from kidney disease is the fact that it comes with osteoporosis. A lot of us renal patients on dialysis have bone issues. Remember, the kidney is also responsible to help with your strong bones, with calcium in your body. So there's something in the kidney that produces what does it produce? I forgot. But if your kidneys are not functioning, then it means your calcium levels are not normal. That's why we even get calcium in our monthly medication. We get calcium supplements as renal patients because we all have bone issues on dialysis.
All right.
So sports for us is not a good thing.
Okay, I hope everybody has been answered. Leroy, come through with your question before I go for Scammy's question.
Yeah, okay, ne? Wow,
Yeah.
hey, man, hey, so I'm not viewing as manager, like, wow, I'm fan. So now, wait, ne? So now, V, ne?
Yeah.
Me and you, ne, like, personally, we've known each other for more than, what, like, 10 years now?
Yeah.
Ne?
Yeah.
Every day, without fail, you have a Coca-Cola by your hand. Literally, dog. Every day,
Yeah.
you have Coca-Cola. So now, doesn't that mess up with your working kind of dialysis or treatment? Say, like, because dude, you drink a shitload of Coke, bruh. Kavali no yeah, actually.
You are the one, Papa.
No.
But let me answer that. I love the question because I get it a lot, okay? Because first of all, as a renal patient, we are on a strict diet. And Coke is bad for a renal patient because it's high in phosphate. Remember when you're not on dialysis, when they put you on dialysis, they trying to get the phosphate out of your body and the potassium and all these other things in your body. Now, me putting this in my body is bad. And for any other renal patient who's watching, like I always say on every video, just because all of us are sick and have kidney failure and are on dialysis, it does not mean that everything is the same for everybody. The treatment that works for you may not work for me. Me drinking Coke may not do any harm to me, but may do harm to you. So obviously with me spreading health awareness and always sharing about my condition, it contradicts what I'm spreading to say, guys, don't do certain things, do this. And then I show up drinking Coke. So I'm always very happy to explain to say that with me, I don't know how. My doctors know about this, the dietitian know about this, the nurses and the patients know about this, because everywhere I go, yes, indeed, I have a can of Coke in my hand because it's my favorite thing in the whole world. But the good thing about it is that it's not affecting me in any way because I have low potassium and low phosphate. So I take potassium supplements, I take Slow K because my results are too low. That's the difference between me and other patients, is the fact that the reason why I get away with drinking Coke is that it doesn't have, and yet, okay, sorry. The reason why I get away with having Coke is because it doesn't do anything to me. My results don't go up. I don't get any some patients on dialysis, when they have Coke, they actually scratch. They'll scratch because the toxins in their body build up. But with me, the level of my toxins is too low that Coke doesn't do anything to me. That's why I get away with it. But just because that works for me does not mean it's going to work for all the other patients who are watching. And I hope that makes sense.
Just the context,
We do.
guys, man. We are speaking
Yeah.
about Coca-Cola. Please. Please,
Lee
yes.
is very much concerned
So,
about the
man.
Coca-Cola. He is very much concerned. So we have a question from Scummy, and he says, "What are the challenges you face on a daily basis while undergoing dialysis treatment?"
Okay, I think, the thing is with me at the space where I am right now, I'm at a place in my life where I'm very content, where I've accepted the situation, where I'm very open about sharing what's happening in my life, and nothing makes it hard for me. And if I come across somebody who asks me something weird, I am more than happy to educate them, because the more we spread awareness, the more chances of kidney donations we're gonna get. The more people know about this, the better for us. So nothing challenges me in a sense of, oh my God, I have to deal with these people today, or oh my God, I don't want to go to the mall, or oh my God, I don't want to face the world today, because I've accepted everything in my life. I am more than open to share about everything that happens in my life without feeling like, oh, I'm ashamed or anything, But I know that when I was young, I used to have problems with, I've had correctional knee surgery, and my legs are not quite straight. I've had surgery on both legs because when I started dialysis when I was 13, because of the lack of calcium in my body, my bones took shape and I had knocked knees. Okay, so because of that, I had a lot of insecurities, and because of all the pipes they put on my body, I've got a pipe on my chest. It's there. And I've got another one on my arm. Those are access lines for dialysis. And when I had them when I was younger, I used to hide them a lot and cover up. And I used to not want to go out because my legs were not straight. And sometimes because of the dialysis and all the fluid in my body, my stomach would be big. And a lot of things would happen. But obviously, I had not accepted myself then. And I was not content with who I am. And there was just a lot going on. But looking back, those are the things that I used to struggle with daily. Facing people and having young kids look at me and make fun of my legs or say things behind my back. I'd be so upset and go home and cry and everything, until I made a decision to say, honestly, really, if I'm going to be stuck with those legs that are not the same, listen, I'm just going to walk bold with my legs like that. People will get used to them, So that's the difference between then and now. Then with struggling with insecurities and having to deal with people ask you questions. People will say things, oh my God, V, what's on your chest? Did you get shot? Do you have breast cancer? But now I wear tops all around the world. Everywhere I go, I show. If you want to ask, I'll educate you. If you're wondering, I'll tell you what's going on, Because obviously sometimes people are not, another thing is, people, because we are vulnerable and sensitive and insecure, we get offended very quickly because we're always thinking people will make fun of us or they think we are different or whatever. But the truth is, if there's anything different in your body, we are inquisitive beings. If I see something, I want to know, Nana, what happened? Not because I'm offending you or I don't like you or I think there's something wrong with you. That's what I'm saying. The more you understand something, the better you deal with it. If you say to me, Nana, I lost my eye because I had an infection, I'm not going to ask you again because now I know. Now I've got understanding. We move on. So that's how I always say, explain to people and just move on. Educate and just move on. You know, not everybody wants to know, V, why are your legs not straight? V, what's that thing on the chest, because they hate you. They just want to know. V, not everybody has a thing sticking on their chest like you do. What is it? You know, what is it that's on your chest? Like, no, it's an access line for dialysis. My kidneys don't work. That's why I have to go for dialysis. They won't ask you again, you know?
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a more personal question,
Yeah.
if I'm permitted to.
Yeah.
I read that you had lost your parents at a very young age,
Yeah.
and I can only imagine how or what you were going through with, you know, being sick and having to lose the people that you love the most.
Yeah.
So in as much as now, you know, you are able to take control of how you go through things and whatnot. So growing up, what was the one thing that kept you going? Because I can imagine that losing parents is not the easiest thing on earth. And it
That
can
used to
take a
make me
lot
so
in
angry.
someone's life.
Yeah. Well, growing up, I used to be very angry about that. Like, you know, like, um, I'm one of, at the time, there were 4 cousins, okay? And I was the second cousin to be born. And first, I lost my dad when I was about 9 years old. And then I lost my mom when I was 10 years old. And it is just hard for me to accept the fact that how can God allow both my mom and dad to die when I don't have any brother, a biological brother or sister, and also give me a chronic illness? You know, so for the longest time when I was growing up, I used to ask myself the same question, and I was really convinced that God does not love me. You know, because I think to myself, you can't give me a chronic illness. My mom's gone, my dad's gone, no brother, no sister. What do you think I'm made out of still? Like, what does God think I'm made out of? You know, for me to go through all these things alone by myself. You know, but the one thing is, this is what I know now, is God always chooses his strongest soldiers to fight the hardest battles. Do you understand? Because now, from where I'm standing and from my understanding, is God knew exactly that I was going to be capable and strong enough to handle everything and use me one day to educate you guys on platforms like this, you know, because I have the courage now and I've accumulated so much knowledge in all this journey that I've been through to be here to help people like you guys and others who are watching.
That is amazing. That is
Yeah.
amazing.
Mhm.
One last question. Can anyone donate a kidney, or you need to have the same blood type or the same type?
So that's the thing. If somebody, first of all, somebody who can donate a kidney could be somebody who's just died in an accident if you register to be an organ donor, or a friend, living donor. So if you're a friend of mine, all you need to do is go to the hospital. Obviously, you come with me. They'll check your status, whether you're HIV negative or positive. That also counts. And then they have to check the blood type. Okay, there's certain types that if I'm a B positive, I'm receiving from an O positive or a B positive. Our blood types need to match, and then they can take it from there. And one other thing, people who are considering donating, that they need to know is, if you go to the hospital and you match with me, it doesn't end there. They have to check you as a donor to see whether your family history, in your history, is there people with diabetes, is there people with hypertension, they check everything to see whether if they take one kidney to give it to somebody, you are not going to be at risk of having the illness later in your life. So it's not about getting there, testing you, and then just snatching your kidney away. They do all these checks to make sure that even when they take your kidney to give it to me to help me, where not you won't later have a problem in your life. So it's both beneficial for you and the person, because if there's anything they pick up that may stop the process from going on, they will stop and not put your life at risk as somebody who's considering donating an organ to somebody.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Come through, Lee, before I carry on with the other questions.
Speaking about that, actually, Barik gonna like Boko donate that. So as in like, there's a video that I saw Barik kind of my sister. You found love, Leah kidney altogether. So it's like you've been blessed, as in like beyond measure. I'm like how, Barik, you know, like you found the perfect love lives here. Then God was like, no, and like, I think the six gunning and I had to keep. How it comes, because you know what, like, Joe, but again, you know what, like, me and the team actually, we kind of cried like a little bit there because like, hey man, so it's like, dude,
Yeah.
how it comes?
That is shocking because I don't know, like it's still very overwhelming for me because I always say that with me, it's quite hard for me to believe that somebody who's not even blood related to me could put their lives at risk for me. You know what I'm saying? And when my boyfriend suggested this, I said, "Baby, you don't have to do it. I don't expect you to do it." And my boyfriend's like, "You know what? I'm not doing it for you. You know, I'm doing it for myself because I love you and I want to keep you with me as long as I can. So this is the only thing I can do to make sure that that's possible." One of them is asking which video. I pinned the video. It's my first video when you go on my page where my boyfriend is offering me his kidney. Okay, for people who are wondering what video we're talking about. We were talking about a video where my boyfriend came home with results saying that he wants to donate his kidney for me, and it is such a special thing with the cake that had a kidney on it.
Hey, bruh, what are the odds, bruh?
Hey. So now we know that we are a match. Me and my boyfriend are a match. Okay, so now I'm being worked up at the hospital to check my other. Did you get the kidney? No, not yet. To check whether everything is fine. My heart. I have to do a VCU. I have to do an echo and ECG. I have to do my dentist and make sure that everything is fine. I'm just going through all these things that I'm doing. As soon as I'm ready, then we're gonna wake up my boyfriend. The good thing is that we know that my status of my boyfriend and we know that we are a match. Those are the two most important things.
When I waited, this reminds me, never again, as in like Leroy has a motor religious, ne? But like, there's a verse in there, like, yeah, like that says, when the time is right, ne? I, the Lord, will make it happen, fana. More
How
than,
Leroy way, nah? Woo way, nah?
come on. Come on, guys. I mean, like, come on, guys. Like, I mean, like, we were raised well, Runababa. Come on now.
What did you guys do to Leroy? Where's Leroy, guys?
What happened to Leroy Batum? This is
No,
shocking.
guys, like, Leroy was raised well. Okay, relax.
Else we thank
Leroy
you. We
Batungu.
thank you, Batum. Daily pasta. Okay, so we're gonna give Offense
That's
a chance
Amen, Pastor
to
Lee.
come in. Offense, you
Hi,
can.
good day. Thank you. Hi, V. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you, Offense?
I'm fantastic. First of all, thank you for coming through and for sharing. I just wanted to comment. You mentioned something earlier, and then now you are mentioning the donation from your boyfriend. You said you were so angry growing up without parents, and you asked yourself a lot of questions. Why me? Why me? And now Leroy, it's like he's a sidekick. It's like he knew my question. And I'm not sure if you're a Christian or not, but look how beautiful things worked out for you. On a lack of words, if you were not in a public platform, I was going to ask you, what did you do to him? Umtlisile or umneka kanjani? But it is so rare, and I mean rare for a boyfriend, not a husband, not a brother, for him to actually donate a kidney for you. So there you got your answers. Why me? Another thing, some of the people they grow up with insecurities, lack of confidence, loss of esteem, insecurities. Your disease, as much as you are still dealing with it right now, made you a powerful woman. You know, look at you right now. Last week, I believe, we were making a comment on how are we dealing with women that we think they are muscular.
Yeah.
And I made a comment now to say someone like you who's so I won't say loud, but outspoken and confident, one might find her being muscular, and that is nonsense. We need people like you. So thank you for sharing your story and continue sharing it. I did not have any clue about the disease, which I might, I'm not wishing that, have a child that is suffering the same thing. Now I know how to deal with it, or a friend or someone close to me. Now I know how I will deal with it and everything. So thank you very much for sharing. And I'm not asking, I'm telling you, we're invited to your wedding. Thank you very much.
Offensive, thank you so much.
Someone is asking.
And wait, can I just answer offense? Get it? You know, offense when my boyfriend started DMing me and commenting all these things, and I was like, dude, really? Can't you find a girl? You know, and I tried to push him away because I was not in a space where I wanted to be in a relationship, you know. And one of the things, my boyfriend's half brother was on dialysis. He told me to say, babe, I want to work this journey with you because I am clued up about dialysis. I actually know about dialysis and I want to walk this journey with you. So Angimlisanga, he knows a lot about dialysis and he's in the medical field as well and he loves me.
Nina, if you're not willing to give me a kidney, I don't want you.
I don't
The
want
standards
you.
are high. I cannot. If you're not
A
willing,
man, a
no
man.
thank you.
Sorry, if I may. Remember, there was a trend. A man has to have a generator. A man has to have a bike. Now a man has to donate a kidney.
Monna ke kidney no yana bagolo,
Wouldn't
gents
like you
on.
kidney, Luna? Okay, so somebody I saw. Oh, Sam, come through before I ask this question, my love. Because
Yeah.
when I utlo disappear, is Kyle.
Yeah.
Hi V and everyone else that just joined now. V, my name is Seb, and like I'm like you know when Lee said we're going to have a guest and I was like, okay, cool, sharp, we're waiting, sharp, it's chilled.
Yeah.
And then now in the morning I'm sharing a lot of details and videos and I'm like, no, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna be available for this one because I'm a crybaby. I am a
Yeah.
legit straight up crybaby, and I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna be strong for this one, so I'm out.
Yeah.
So now I was observing the live, but from outside, not on the live. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to gauge myself if I can do this, if I can come in and listen, wabo. And yo man, you are so beautiful. You are so beautiful. You are so strong. You are yo waiting. Mudimu has given you the strength and the courage. It's too beautiful to watch. And I think whoever who is going through the same situation or going through the same barking, the same having the same disease that you have,
Yeah.
who's thinking, Hori, it's the end of life. Let me tell you, you just gave someone a barking. You just gave someone faith. You just gave someone something to look forward to. Someone, in my previous company, I had a very close colleague, and she also was going through the same, but she's more older. She was about 52 years old, and she used to go to dialysis 3 times a week. So she'd go Monday, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. And I was the party coordinator at work,
Yeah.
and we would have parties and would be buying all these things and drinks and she was always on ice cubes. And she used to call me Sabi. She'd be like, Sabi, no, I can't drink, Sabi. And I'm like, have a sip, Sophia. I'll take you to dialysis. Have a sip. And I said, no. And then I'll say, you'll go 4 times in a week instead of going 3 times. And she says, no, Sabi, that thing. And she would explain to me how draining it would be, her dialysis would start from 6 till 10. She'd be on that machine for like 4 hours.
Yeah.
And then when she finishes at 10, she needs to chill outside in her car, and just gather up the strength and everything. And she'll probably leave, go Linksford Hospital around 11 and get home at 12. And it was a nightmare for her. And at the time, I thought she was making it seem easier. But now listening to you and watching you, I'm like, you are making it a smooth sailing. It's Mamela, there aren't any potholes, there aren't any rocks. Kuri, it's a perfect tar that you are setting for us, you know. I don't know if they asked you this, but because I wasn't here, Ella. How many times do you go for dialysis in a week?
I go 3 times a week on Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays.
And how long is one session?
One session is 4 hours. So I have to get there to try and prime, disinfect, and line the machine, and then wait for the sister to come and connect me. And so I'm supposed to be there for at least 11 o'clock, and I'll leave there around 4:30.
Sure.
Yeah.
And another thing, I know companies are very, very reluctant to hire people with like a chronic, such a chronic disease, you know. I know even with her in our company, oh, she had to motivate it so much. I think they only accepted her because at the time we were really desperate for like a logistic manager, you know, and she had so much experience. But I know that should they had like more candidates, they wouldn't have taken her, you know. And even now I still speak to her because I left the company. It was very toxic. So I still say to her, you don't believe in that place, it's making you even sick. And she says to me, Sabi, I know, but I can't leave this place. I can't leave here because no one's gonna hire me. It's always a thing at the back of her mind. She really, really wants to leave that place, but she feels that she can't because no one's gonna hire her because she's sick. You know, and what's your experience with that?
Yeah, with me, hey, well, now you're taking me back. You know, I qualified as a travel consultant with Rennie's Travel some years back. And when my contract ended, my friends got renewed and mine didn't. And that depressed me because I was so good at it, you know. And at the time, I was very angry as well about that because I used to think to myself, I'm very capable. I know what I'm doing. The only reason why I'm not being employed here is because of dialysis. And you know, one time when I started my small business, I realized something that we need to realize. I know sometimes you need to tap out of your condition and put yourself in the other person's condition. So with me, I'm running a small business, right? I implore you to come. And from whatever that I'm making, I'm giving you like 5,000 Rand to say, okay, cool, you're going to come through and help me. If I'm paying you from my small business, I'm expecting you to be productive. I'm paying you to bring work for me and help me build my business. So me as a renal patient who's not going to be at work Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays, at what point am I going to contribute to your company and be productive and build your company and take it to where you want it to be? That's the harsh reality of things. People who are in business and companies, they are there to make money and they're not there for charity. So it's the harsh reality about things to say that if you're a renal patient, you spend half of your life in hospital. If we are not on dialysis, we've got infection, we've got complications, we need this, we need that, and everything. You understand? So the reality is companies, yes, it's bad of the fact that we are sick, and yes, it would make a difference in our lives to be hired. But having a chronic illness is a lot to deal with. You know, and then having the company to pay you and give you all the benefits like everybody who's there, I mean, it's also a lot for the company. They want you to get to work and be productive and deliver what they want you to deliver. So if you're not meeting or providing what they want, obviously they're going to let you go. You know, that's the sad thing. It took me years for me to be okay with that and actually realize, Ravi, obviously, if this is a big company, they want travel consultants who are going to be there every day to do the work. You are there today, tomorrow you're not there. Sometimes I admit it, you are not being as productive as they need you to be. This is the reason why I always tell renal patients because with us, we don't have time. Renal patients, half of our lives, we are in hospital. Find something that works for you. You know, I'm a voiceover artist, I'm an actress, I'm a travel consultant, but because of me spending so much time in the hospital, even when I have to go for an audition, I did auditions with Sasani Studios, with Rhythm City as a background actor. Sometimes they call me, I can't even make it. But who am I supposed to blame? I can't make it. It's not their fault. If I can't make it, they will find somebody else. That's the reality of things. You know, so now I always urge people living with a chronic illness, look into finding things that work for you, that work with your time. Find things that can work together with your lifestyle. If you're sick, you've got a certain lifestyle. You know, find something that suits you better. If you want to be a teacher, be a tutor that's going to go, be a, what do they, au pairs, they call them au pairs, where you can go one-on-one on the times that you can. If you can't, if you want, try do hair, try do something that's flexible and not rely on companies, because the reality of things is, even Linna, if I want somebody to come and help me with my work, I want somebody who's going to be here every day and help me so I can take my business somewhere else. You know, companies are not doing charity work. They're not doing us a favor. Wow.
Can I just ask you a question? So, what are some of the misconceptions or the myths around having kidney failure? Like, what do people think is, you know, kidney failure and it's not true?
Well, a lot of people think we are pregnant and we are not pregnant. I used to hate it so much. Like, I used to wear baggy things and cover myself because I used to, you know, because renal patients on dialysis don't pass urine. Every time we drink or we put anything, whether we drink yogurt, I mean, we drink Coke, yogurt, juice, water, whatever we put in our bodies stays in our bodies until we go for dialysis. So obviously, with some time, you will have an extended stomach, and it'll make you, especially with us women, it makes us look pregnant. And in most cases, we can't even fall pregnant on dialysis, but we are accused of being pregnant.
Okay, okay.
You know,
Yes. Are you good?
hey.
Yes, I had something else also, but now it went out of my head. Oh, Viwena. Oh, like God must keep you, man. Nami, to answer your question, what's the one thing that people always think about people with this chronic disease that's not true. Now in my head, up until I met my ex colleague, in my head, I used to think kidney failure, you are dead.
Yeah, same here.
My
Same
colleague,
here.
you know, when she said to me, "No, Sabi, I've been living with this thing for 26 years." I was like, "Shit, get out of here, you're lying." And she said, "No, I'm not." I had it straight. Her son is Josh, and she was like, "I had it straight after Josh," and I'm like, "Silver, no ways, guys." I was so shocked because in my head, you can't live longer than even 12 months, you know. So kidney, if now I were to be diagnosed now with a kidney failure, let me tell you, I'm not like you. I can tell you now for free. In my head, I'm already dead. I am
But
already
do you know why you feel like that? Do you know, in every situation, for instance, if you go into an exam room you didn't prepare for, you're already thinking you're going to fail because you're feeling like, I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm not ready. But that's why I always say, and I always stress this a lot to say, equip yourself with so much knowledge. Everything from the medication you take, from what the doctors are saying, everything. If you have to write things down to say, last night I was feeling like this, go back. When you go for your checkup, you say, doctor, every night got 8, I feel dizzy. Why is it normal for my vision to be blurry sometimes? Is it normal for me to feel dizzy? Why does my mouth taste like? Write it down and ask questions so you are so equipped with what's happening with you. So now when you know how I feel like dizzy, probably your high blood pressure dropped. Now you know. Yesterday I was feeling like this. Let me maybe not take my blood pressure back in the morning, because now you are working with the illness. You know, because now it's something you're gonna live with. Equip yourself with so much knowledge. Ask questions. Know as much as you can, so you feel in control. You don't feel in control when you don't know what you're dealing with.
True.
Do you understand?
True.
So
Yes.
obviously, if it's new, as a newly diagnosed patient, it will be overwhelming, because now now you stop urinating, now you're losing weight, now your complexion is getting darker. All these things are overwhelming because you are new to this. But with me, like, there's no way I can be on dialysis for almost 14 years and still be at this stage like I'm a newly diagnosed patient. There's no way. In that 14 years, I've accumulated knowledge, I've accumulated experience. I now understand my body. I now understand this thing, I don't even play with this thing. This is way dangerous. The last time I had it, this happened. I now understand if they give me pethidine, I react to it. So I advise the doctors, don't give me this. You know, you work with yourself. With experience and time, everything gets different. So, yeah.
Last question, then I'm muting my mic. I'm not gonna finish. I talk too much. Can you sing?
No.
There's no way with that voice you have to know.
I wish, guys. No, I can't sing, but I'm a voiceover artist.
Okay, but you have a beautiful voice.
Thank you
Guys, this
so
I,
much.
Leroy, I feel like this is the real, because they always call me Dineo Ranaka and Anilum Tota, but I feel like you the real Anilum Tota with that voice.
Yeah.
I still say this. If a man is not
Oh,
willing to give me a
guys,
kidney,
thank you.
push them.
Oh, no,
Okay,
but
so
like,
Leroy, you wanted to come through?
yeah, man. You know what, man? Like, you literally remind me of like this new series actually, like that I started last week, ne? Called not a Ted Lasso, ne? Gore you- But again, ne, like regardless for like what goes wrong here or there, when like boring, ne, like, go diragalang, always be positive. Look on the bright side, okay, sharp. We are here now. So what can we do now? So you literally give me those vibes. And you know what, bruh? We usually complain about hey, nah, kina Spanish, young, ing, but then now you see V Monday to Friday, bruh. She's the happiest person in the whole world, dog. Yeah, Fero Kishap had like we cry here and there, we heal Fero, but then you are here, my friend, and then born like you're like, I'm fine, born. Yeah. Boy, it's again a rawara, so it's fine. So now, yeah, yeah, no, okay, sharp. Like that was just my mini closing comment. So now, like this is my last question. So now, how do we help those people that don't have the information, the resources of like now, okay, sharp. Like we also have this kidney disease, but then like ga itse gore ya kae, yang eng. So now, what are the resources? Maybe like the organizations we can plug them with, or okay, you know, I can like do this, do that, how and how reach out to mang, yalo le yalo.
You know the comments are amazing, sir. Let me put my dog down. So one thing I want everybody to be aware of is if in your family there's somebody who's hypertensive or has diabetes, it puts you at risk of having kidney disease. Hypertension and diabetes are the number 2 leading things that causes kidney failure. So if in your family, nkgono wa hao or your aunt or your mom or your dad either have hypertension or diabetes, you may be at risk of having kidney failure. So it could be either genetic from the family. With me, there's nobody in the family that I know of who's got kidney disease. And also, it could be that I don't know. There's a lot of things you could have. You can be involved in an accident and have trauma to your kidneys and affect your kidneys. So there's different things that may cause your kidneys to fail. But the most basic thing that you can do for yourself, at least once a year, go have your kidney function checked out. And the thing is, gut kidney failure, what happens is you're not going to feel pain on your elbow or your head or whatever. That's why in most cases we call it a silent killer, because you're not going to pee blood or have red eyes or whatever to say, oh my God, there's something wrong with your kidneys. So do yourself a favor, at least once a year. Go check your kidney function, check your high blood pressure, check your sugar to make sure that you're okay. Because corona at the dialysis hospital, most of us either have diabetes. It's the kidney disease is secondary to hypertension or diabetes with us, the patients on dialysis. So that's the first thing. If already you are listening to me and your grandmom or aunt or uncle is diabetes or has hypertension, you may be at risk of having kidney disease. If you're a smoker, if you drink excessive alcohol, you are also at risk. Because I'd like for you guys to imagine a kidney as a toilet. Okay, let's imagine a toilet together. If this is a toilet, everything you put in, it's all the stuff you put in, you flush. Okay, but if you're putting alcohol, you are smoking, you putting salt, you are clogging the toilet. And the kidney is just like a toilet, because that's why in most cases they'll advise us to say drink lots of water. When you're drinking lots of water, you are actually helping your kidney flush all the toxins. It's like diluting all the toxins you're putting in your body. So by drinking water and keeping a healthy diet and not drinking so much alcohol and having smoking excessively, you are actually helping your kidneys, because the more you're doing drugs and you're doing all these things that are getting into the body, it's like clogging a toilet. It's like clogging a toilet and trying to make it flush. It's not going to be able to flush because you are clogging it up with so much shit in there that when you flush, it's actually hard to go through. That's how the kidney is. Imagine the kidney as that. So even after, I always said to my boyfriend, after he's had something to drink, I'm like, babe, remember to drink water to flush those toxins. You know, if he's had anything, just drink water to flush out the percentage of whatever you're drinking. Always remember, if you go out, you eat chakalaka, you put table salt, always have water. Having water helps dilute all the toxins that you're putting into your body. So you help the kidneys function better.
Yeah, we know it, man. Like literally,
Thank you, Saj. Thank you.
literally Saturday, man. Like there's a friend of mine. She told me that she loves coffee, this and that, this and that. Like me, I was like, fam, you really need to try water, eh? Cause like water is really great for you. She's like, no, me, I'm a barista born in coffee machine. I'm like, fam, water at least. You know? So bargain guys, rone the coffee lava le rona matagwa. Let's remember gore re nwe metsi ba go. Oh yeah, yeah.
So
Yes.
just remember, if you've had a wild night and you went out and you were a baddie, when you come back Monday, pamper yourself with lots of water to try and dilute the toxins from the weekend. Every Monday you drink lots of water to try and dilute all the shit that you put in your system that weekend.
There we go, 100%. We are left with 4 minutes, so let's wrap it up quickly. I don't know. Mimi?
Yeah.
Can I just say something, guys?
Okay.
First of all, I really, really want to thank you for having a positive outlook on what you're going through, because my dad actually passed away from cancer, and he was as positive, as you are. And I never really understood, because I was so upset with him. I was like, Papa, you are dying, and you are here trying to comfort me, hore, I must be okay. And I was a child then. But now I understand why he was the way he was.
Yeah.
He didn't want to leave me with such a horrible memory of, himself. And you mentioned something that if ever there's anyone who has diabetes or hypertension in your family, guys, my granddad has diabetes. Lapo, I drink like a fish. I drink like a fish.
You must be careful, my love, because this thing, having diabetes and hypertension puts you at risk as damaging your kidneys, You must be careful with that. That's what I'm saying. If you guys are drinking, minimize hanyani and also try and drink lots of fluids,
Let me, guys, know it, ne? Can V. You
Yeah.
really left my question there, ne?
Yeah.
But now, like, what are the costs? The working, doing the thing, they like go you drain out. Like, what are the companies that can help people who can't actually like afford to actually like do the dialysis thing?
So
Maybe
the thing is, this is very important. I'd like to stress this as well. Because we don't have a lot of people who are donating organs, we have a lot of people stuck on dialysis. Remember, the only time you can stop dialysis is if some of our friends die or they get kidney transplants. So, for instance, imagine me. I've been on dialysis from 2011 until now. I've been occupying the machine for the past 13 years, which means if there's 52 of us there and we haven't had transplants for years and years, it makes it hard for newly diagnosed patients to come be on dialysis, because remember, the government hospitals can only cater for so much. if there's like 50 dialysis machines and there is like 150 patients, the hospital can't cater for everybody. This is another reason why you should look after your kidneys, because in most cases now, when people have kidney disease, most of them are being sent home and some of them die. I lost an uncle 2-3 years ago who was diagnosed with kidney disease and needed dialysis, but they could not dialyze him because they don't have machines anymore. I've made videos about this, stressing to say that look after your kidneys, because it was easy back then when there were a few people who were diagnosed with this and needed dialysis. When I was diagnosed, I was only 13, and straight away, as soon as they said my kidneys are failing, they put me on the dialysis machine. Right now, when you have kidney issues, they put you on a waiting list. And in that waiting list, you lose functionality to pass urine, the toxins build up in your body, and most chances is you will die before you even get to the dialysis machine. You know, there are people going to, with me, because I was diagnosed when I was very young and I lost my parents, I went in under as a child who had no parents, and I was taken in by the government. So I absolutely don't have to pay for my medication or for my dialysis treatment at all. But for somebody who is being diagnosed now, you're either going to go to private sector or you're going to be on the waiting list to get to the government hospital. And with you waiting to get to the government hospital, you may even die. That's why it's very important to look after your kidneys, because things are not the same as they were before. Before it was easy because a lot of people there was not amount, like there's a lot of people with kidney disease now rather than there were before, because now there's newly diagnosed patients all the time, needing dialysis, because now there's a lot of people with kidneys that are failing. Maybe also the food that we eat is contributing to the amount of patients that are being diagnosed. But what I'm saying is, I've seen it. When I was admitted in hospital, the doctors will tell the patient to say, hey, do you have medical aid? Do your children have medical aid? Tell your kids to put you on medical aid, because you may be, in a few months, you're gonna get to end stage dialysis and you're gonna need dialysis. So go register for a medical aid. So by the time your kidneys fail, you are with a medical aid so they can dialyze you, because we don't have enough machines to take you in the government hospital. So we've had patients been sent back home because there's not enough dialysis to accommodate everybody with kidneys that are failing. So, and because of people like me who've been stuck on the dialysis machine for years and years, we are not going anywhere. I haven't had a chance at a kidney transplant, which means I'm not going anywhere. I'm occupying the dialysis machines for years and years and years, which makes it hard for a newly diagnosed patient who's sick to come and get help, because I'm stuck there. Nobody's giving me a kidney. So the most important thing is you look after yourself, so you make sure that you don't find yourself in a situation like that. Secondly is people should learn more on organ donation. Like I said earlier on, Hore, they will not take your kidney and give it to somebody else and put your life at risk. If you're considering to help somebody else, they're going to check you and make sure that even after you've given somebody your kidney, you are still going to be okay. So even going to try, it does not necessarily mean if you match with me, just because you're matched, they're going to take your kidney. They will make sure that even after you've given the kidney, you will still be okay and live and lead a healthy, normal life. Okay, so people should look into organ donation, because if there's more kidneys that are being donated, it means people like me will leave dialysis to give newly diagnosed patients space to come and be dialyzed. But if I'm on dialysis for years and nobody's helping me and nobody's giving me a kidney, I'm not going anywhere. I'll stay there for years and occupy the dialysis machine, which makes it hard for newly diagnosed patients to come in and be helped by the government. So the problem starts with the fact that there's not enough information on organ donation. A lot of people don't know about kidney disease and kidney failure. People, for instance, if I'm being sick all my life, you would like to think that the people I stay with, my family, my cousins, my uncles, know a lot. They've seen the symptoms. They've seen how many times I have to go to the hospital. If my experience of being sick is not good enough for them to convince them to make a difference, or maybe consider donating. Okay, I'm closing up. So what I'm trying to say, basically, find out more about organ donation and look after yourself so you're not in the situation like me. And just read more about organ donation and kidneys, and on how to look after your kidneys better so you're not in the same situation as me. Okay.
All right. Thank you, guys. I don't want this life to end. I don't want this life to end. But
this is my best life, by the way. Hey.
Unfortunately, guys, we have to, because my phone is about to die and I don't want to leave you guys hanging. So Lee, you can put in your last submission, Ntwana, or Sabs. Like you guys literally have 2 seconds.
Okay.
2.
Let's take care of ourselves, guys, and like let's be more responsible and like let's be good people, like V here, no? Let's always be positive, no matter the circumstances. But be positive, do your best, 100%.
She does have her own platform, Lady G. You can follow her TikTok page and you can engage with her there as well. And please do follow her business page. So
Yeah,
I don't
do.
know if Lee can like type in the business page on the comments so they can also follow and support her small business. Please do, guys. She
Glow, yeah.
Lady G has a 7-year-old child with a chronic illness, if I read correctly. I just want to say, I know it's not easy for a warrior parent. I know my mom went through a lot. So stay strong, be strong. You are allowed to have breakdowns every day, here and there, but keep strong and be strong for your little one. Okay, that's for Lady G, because I read somewhere that she has a 7-year-old son with diabetes. So strong, big hugs to you, and stay strong for for your little one. Okay. All right. Thank you guys for having me.
And thank you very much. So, like I think Mimi disappeared actually, but it's fine. Oh, it's here.
thank you for allowing me to be here.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, I keep getting a call. Thank you so much, Lee. We really, really appreciate what you did for us today. And guys, please don't forget, take care of yourselves.
Yes.
And good luck, Lee. Please tell your man he has set the bar too high. Too high. I am never going to settle. No, if anybody's not willing to give me a kidney, leave me alone. At this point. Good night, you guys. Thank you very much, Lee. Thanks,
Bye,
guys. Thank you,
everybody.
panelists. Guys, thank you so much for being here with us today. Please do join us tomorrow again at 10:20 as we start our Ask a Man segment and move on to our Talk to Me Ntwana. Thank you so much, Lee. You have graced us with so much knowledge, and we thank you. Keep your cute doggy for us, and continue growing strong. And we will continue praying for you, my love. You are a real inspiration. Thank you. Guys, my phone is dying. I have to leave y'all. Bye.
Bye.
Have a good one, and thank you very much. Bye bye.
Bye bye.